So I finally did it. I finally launched my second SaaS CTR loop. I did my final checks to make sure that everything was okay. Then I hit that deploy button to make it go live. I then waited 3 or 4 hours and then logged onto my Stripe account with anticipation just to see how much money that I've made in those 3 or 4 hours. Bet you can guess how much money I made in those 3 or 4 hours. That's right, absolutely zero. Okay. So that wasn't a big surprise. I know that, but obviously a little bit demoralizing, but let's be realistic here. That was never going to happen. So I then thought I'll go and comfort myself by just going and checking the analytics. And again, pretty much no one. So am I worried? No, of course I'm not worried. This has been live for 3 or 4 hours. And when no one knows who the you are, you're not going to suddenly get loads of traffic or loads of sales from being live for 3 or 4 hours. And the brutal truth is that no one actually really cares about your SaaS. This is all perfectly normal, especially in the first few days. So I'm really not hung up about it at all. Everyone wants to have this mythical launch day when they hit that live button. They think that everything is going to change. Their life is going to change before their eyes. They're going to get bombarded with customers. They're going to be a famous indie SaaS builder. Okay, that's just not reality, guys. That's just not going to happen. But the good thing is now is that part one's done. You've built something that hopefully the world will use. Something that you're proud of, something that hopefully people will pay you to use. So the easy part's done. You've built the easy part. Okay, you've built the tool, you've built the product. Now comes part two, which is the much harder part, which is getting the world to see it, and more importantly, getting the world to buy it. And like I said before, without trying to put a big downer on it, but nobody cares. No one gives a shit about your SaaS. Okay, no one cares that you've spent months and months and months building this thing. That everyone's so busy with their daily lives that they haven't got time to think about that. But they will start to care if it's something that helps them, if it's solving a problem that they have. And this is the thing with being an indie SaaS builder, or any startup, any business. If you're going solo, if you're flying solo and you've got no co-pilot or no team, you're not just the builder. You're the marketer, you're the customer support person, you're the accounts manager. Your life is about to get a whole lot more chaotic. Unfortunately, that's just how it works. You can't expect to build something and then think that the whole world is going to come a flood in and think, oh, this is the product we've been waiting for. Here's my money. It doesn't work like that. So you've done the easy part by building the product. Now comes the really challenging part. But I will tell you something now. I have learned a huge amount these last 3 days, probably more than I have the last 3 or 4 months. Unfortunately for me, I've had some really constructive feedback on X and Reddit and Facebook. I think I posted as well. And you learn, when you're getting someone else's perspective on what you've made, you'll notice all of the little holes that are with your product. You'll notice all the little flaws that you may not have seen when you've been stuck in the building phase. And what I've learned the last 3 days is that my product is actually confusing, and it's not essentially I'm essentially selling the tool instead of actually selling what the tool can do for that person. So no one's in their right mind going to subscribe to a tool. They're going to subscribe to to solving their problem. So in my case, they'll subscribe to the fact that they will achieve more views and more subscriptions based with with CTR loop rather than without it. And that's one of the reasons I love the whole build in public idea, because you can get people come in, you can post your latest features, or you can post what you're doing, asking people for feedback, advice. And there's so many decent people out there that they will jump, especially on X, they will jump on and they'll either give you some advice or say that that doesn't look good, or that's not going to work. And you need that, especially if you're working on your own. You desperately need that community. So my advice would be to start building in public. Film yourself on YouTube, put it on X, TikTok, whatever you want to do. This is what I've been doing. I've been doing it aggressively, especially with X the last few days, and with my shorts. I want to try and bring people into my journey. Humans have this curiosity, especially with YouTube. They want to know what the outcome is going to be. So especially if someone's going on a journey, they want to stick around and see, well, is that person going to achieve their goals? Are they going to get to that freedom, or whatever their target is at the end? Look, and let's be honest here, people love seeing failures. Okay, they they prefer to see that than fake success. It's like when you're watching a soap or something like that. No one's going to want to stick around and watch a perfectly normal day. People want to see something happen. They want to see some fights. They want to see something blowing up. No, that's what people have come here to watch. They want to see some disasters, to get some entertainment. If it's just all, yeah, everything is great, it's brilliant, everything's going perfect, thanks. Who's going to stick around for that? So, this is not good. You're going to get lots of failures along the way. I'm certainly not going to give you any fake successes, because what's the point of that? It's not achieving anything for me. It's not achieving anything for you guys. So hopefully my disasters won't be being blown up or something stupid like that. But anyway, I'm going off topic again. You need to, if you are thinking about building a SaaS or an app or something, you have to build in public nowadays. If you want to get seen, you have to have that audience. It's so important that you have that audience to, one, sell your product to, two, get feedback and advice, and three, I can't think of a third, so we'll just stay with two. Right, so the plan from here, obviously version 1.0 is now done. I'm actually going to have a few days of touching, building anything. I don't want to see any code. I don't want to be seeing any no code AI tools or anything like that for a few days. I'm going to really focus on YouTube and X and Reddit. They're the things I'm going to really try and push CTR Loop. I want to try and get people in, try and use it. I'm going to start I think maybe a 3 to 5 day free trial on the pro version. I have done a half price offer at the moment, where it's going to be normally like $29 a month, but I'm doing the pro version for $15 a month, for lifetime. Essentially, if you sign up now and don't cancel your subscription, you'll get $15 for the rest of your life. So I'm going to add a trial in the next day or two, maybe like 5 or 7 days or something like that. If you have got a YouTube channel, please check it out. I really could do with the feedback. Okay, I need some people to just to use it, or if you're really interested in using it, contact me, and maybe I can give you like a free 7-day thing. So you don't have to put your credit cards in. I can just give you access. You can try it out and give you some feedback. That I'll be really appreciative of. Anyway, I'm not going to go on any longer. I'm trying to keep this video short. It was just a notification for you guys, that telling you that I've launched my second SaaS after going on about it for months. Finally done it, and just trying to encourage people to do their own thing. Don't worry about it. Build in public. That's key. Get on X. That is very good, very helpful for building anything, for feedback, potential customers, advice. You need to get on X. Okay, there's a lot of good indie hackers on X. You can do it, guys. Hit the like button and subscribe button. I haven't said that yet. Okay, subscribe to my journey. Watch me try and escape my 9 to 5 by building my own digital products, my own SaaS, and eventually my own website. That's my plan, to essentially help other people do the same thing. That's what I want to do. That's what floats my boat. That's what drives me. So I'm going to damn well do it. Anyway, hit the like and subscribe button, and I shall see you all very soon.